Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Muntz Report this week as trainer Chris Muntz joins us to preview an action-packed weekend for the stable. Welcome, mate. It's a busy weekend ahead for the team with runners engaged across 4 separate meetings. And no doubt your focus at the moment is on the heavens with quite a bit of rain around.
Yeah, certainly we've had a lot over here the last 24 hours anyway, and they're tipping more to come. So hopefully by Dual Day, the tracks doesn't deteriorate too much and we can go ahead with the meeting.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, the headline act for the Dual is the Stable Star Boom Nova and the cutest 3-year-old Dual, which obviously we'll chat through in detail a little later in the show, along with a huge offer for Muntz Racing owners from your partners in Unibet. But before we get into the preview, though, you moved a step closer to the 50 winners mark for the season with a huge win of Triptonic for BK Racing and Breeding at the Gold Coast last Saturday. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, he finally delivered what we've been seeing of a morning. I've got to say it was a very good win too, because the track that day was very, very leaderish. Most winners come from on the speed up on the fence, and for him to come from back in the ruck where he did and finish off as strong as he did, he's certainly an improving galloper, and he's a nice horse in the making, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it was a nice win, and I know Travis Wolfgram was satisfied to have ridden the winner for BK Racing and Breeding. A bit of history there, so well done to both owner and jockey. And you also unlucky not to add to the winning tally at Eagle Farm on Wednesday with a couple of narrow misses there also.
Yeah, it was a day that I suppose probably what could have been. I mean, we had 5 runners. I had 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth, and the fifth went super in finishing coming from last and running a very unlucky 6th in Valley of Dreams. But Smart Meteor was very good, as was Sakura Star from a bad gate. She had to go back and run on, but I thought the run of the day was actually Vital Source. She drew the car park and had to be dragged back to last, and kept finding the line to finish third. So it was a very, very brave effort, and it was a good run from all horses yesterday at Eagle Farm.
Yeah, one of those days, I guess. No winners, but yeah, they all ran well, didn't they? So encouraging signs moving forward. And as I said, you're 47.5 winners for the season, so on track to secure your best ever season. So things are going well. Let's get into your insights on the weekend runners. Friday racing action takes runners to both Gatton and the Sunshine Coast. Obviously, as we said, all going to depend on weather. Gatton's currently a heavy 10. Jabali Gold lines up for Hancock's Bloodstock, stepping up to the mile with Bobby Alyssa to ride from Barrier 4.
Yeah, so if we get a heavy track, he probably won't run this horse. We've stepped in quickly to the mile because I feel that over a mile he can get on the bit and travel a lot stronger and be able to sustain a good even gallop. He's a bit of a quirky horse, this guy. He's still learning what it's all about, but I just feel heavy track won't benefit him, so he won't run if it is that way.
Okay, sure. You've also got Heat engaged in race 4. He's a newcomer to the stable for the 2K Thoroughbreds team, drawn barrier 1 for Travis Wolfgram, but I guess probably similar story, is it, with the wet track if it's too wet?
Yeah, sure. He has accepted also for Ipswich on Saturday, so if for whatever reason, if we don't run him tomorrow, he'll probably go around Ipswich on Saturday over 800 metres to kick him off with, and he's drawn a little bit wide, but he's had enough work. He's very fit and healthy, and be good to see him get to the races and just get a bit of a line on where we're at with him.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, newcomer to the stable, and he's tried a couple of times, and you're still learning a bit more about him.
Sure, but I mean, he seems to be a horse with a bit of ability. He come up to me very raw and was a very highly strung horse, but he's settled down really well now, and I think he's just starting to get into his groove.
Okay, well, let's move over to the Sunshine Coast meeting on Friday, where it's not as wet, a soft 5 there currently. Race 1, Malachini steps up to the mile here, and how do you think he'll handle a softish track?
A bit of an unknown. He sort of he races like he's looking for further, albeit by better than ready. But I thought his last run was very good, as was the run before. He certainly was unlucky when the saddle slipped the start before, but last run he got well back again, which is most unusual. I always thought he was a horse that might be able to hold a spot up on the speed, but he certainly made good ground and finished his race off really well late. So it'd be interesting to get into the mile. I'm looking forward to that, but the wet is a bit of an unknown.
Okay. We then move over to race 6, class 4 handicap over the 1200. You've got Wowzers and Arthur in Charge engaged here. Wowzers obviously a proven wet tracker. with Ryan Wiggins aboard, who knows him well. And Arthur was entered for Saturday's Gold Coast meeting, but drew out wide. So you've entered him here also. Do you know what you may do with these two runners?
I'd like to split them up. I'm thinking that Wowzers will probably go to Ipswich on Saturday. There's a benchmark 68, 59 kilos he's got there, but he's drawn barrier 4. He has won at Ipswich and he does like the track. So I'm possibly leaning towards going that way with him. Arthur in Charge obviously will depend on the wet weather and that sort of thing too with him. But he does, I think he handles the softish. I'm not sure about the heavy 10. So we'll just probably have to monitor the weather over the next 12 hours, but 24 hours. But both horses are in very, very good order, the two, and be ashamed to have to run them together. So I'll probably try and split them up if possible.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, same again, I guess, just an eye on that weather. We then move over to the Gold Coast, where obviously the feature runner is Boom Nova, the $500,000 cutest jewel. Justin Huxtable aboard from barrier 11. She obviously ran third in this race last year behind Rothfire and Kisakano. How's she leading into Saturday?
Yeah, I couldn't be happy with her. She's had a nice trial Tuesday week ago. She's come through that really well. She didn't have much time off after the Magic Million, so she's sort of pretty fit and up to the mark. And she had a nice final hit out there on Tuesday morning when Justin rode her, and he was very, very happy with how she pulled up and how she went. So, yeah, quietly confident that she's going to run a very cheeky race for us there on Saturday.
Very good. And you took her down to the beach also during the week with Arthur in Charge and Wowzers. You were aboard in the surf down at Nudgee, got your feet wet. How did she enjoy that experience?
No, she loves it. You know, it's as I've said before, you know, it's just good therapy for them after they've had a hard gallop, and the horses love it. They get down there and they walk through the water, and it's good therapy for them, but it just changes their mindset. And she went for Canada this morning. She's very bright and bouncy, and looking forward to Saturday.
And obviously the wet track poses no problems for her, does it? She's two starts on the soft for a win and a third.
Yeah, well, look, we ran our first up first start in the career this time last year in the 2-year-old jewel, and she was 150 to 1 or something, and was only beaten home by Kisakano and Rothfire. So it was a bit of a gamble, but the dam side really sort of threw us this fact that she would handle the wet, and she raced accordingly. So although I do think she's better on top of the ground, I've got no doubt that she will handle a heavy track if that's what we get dished up with tomorrow.
Very good. Well, let's touch on the Unibet offer, which is available for all Months Racing owners. They're offering Boom Nova to run top five runner for $7. So a huge offer there. Very juicy odds. What does the trainer think about that?
Yeah, well, I think that is very generous. I think the filly will not only finish top 5, I think she'll finish top 1 too. So as I said, I'm very confident that she'll race well, and I'm looking forward to getting her down there, and hopefully the Unibet guys can cheer her on as well.
Yeah, so the way it'll work for any Months Racing owners, obviously you can find the price in the app or the website. That you'll see the boosted price on the place bet, the $7 there. So they just bet on that as you normally would if you're taking a place bet. And then if she does happen to run 4th or 5th, Unibet will also pay out. So simply click on the Unibet registration link in the email for all Months Racing owners, and away you go. So Ipswich Saturday, we've touched on those two runners. And then I guess it just leaves us to talk about the March Magic Million sale, mate, which is the next cab off the rank, I guess, kicking off Monday, Tuesday. And no doubt you'll be getting through inspections over the next few days. If it is wet, you'll be trudging through the mud there looking for the next stable start.
Yeah, that's right. No, well, I'll be down this afternoon and start our lot of inspections tomorrow. So I've got a bit of work ahead of us yet to look through quite a few, but there's always some nice horses there and good value, and looking forward to try and find our next Boom Nova or Boom Star or any nice cutest fillies and colts.
Yeah, well, you've obviously had a great track record with this sale, obviously Magic Millions as well. But what do you love about this sale? I mean, obviously it's renowned for the value, and you know, we've sort of spoken a lot before about the value of the cutest bred horses and you know, fillies racing for, you know, almost $80,000 every Saturday.
Yeah, look, that's certainly the major carrot. But I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're still buying a good sort of a horse. You're not just buying an expensive media horse. You're actually buying a good value, good quality galloper that you know, they pay their way, and they're pretty tough and hardy too. Don't worry.
Very good, mate. Yeah, we obviously got a good track record there, and be interested to see what the stable does pick up, and we'll talk about that on upcoming episodes. So thanks for all your insights, and good luck to everyone over the weekend.
Good on you, Adam. Thanks, mate.